So here's a quick little video showing how to install the unofficial ZUtilities Macro Pack inside of ZBrush. So to start off, we just need to make sure you downloaded the Macro Pack here, and we're just going to extract that. And this should generate a ZUtilities folder. Next, we need to navigate to our 4R7 directory, and then we're going to locate the startup folder, and then locate the macros folder. Now, once we're inside the macros folder here, we just need to now take this folder that was extracted from the zip file and then just drag it over. So the path where you want this folder installed to is your ZBrush 4R7, ZStartup, and macros directory. Now, once this is in here, you can now tailor which macros you want to have installed. So if you open this folder up, you're going to see all the macros in here. And each of the macros in this pack consist of 3 files each. So if you do not want to load the adaptive skin macro, you can just delete these files here, and then that macro will not be loaded inside of ZBrush. Now, after you have these installed, you just need to now launch ZBrush. So I'm going to go back to my root directory here, and then just launch ZBrush. And after ZBrush loads, if you navigate to the macro palette up here, and then open up macros, these are where all those buttons for those macros are going to live. Now, some of these macros may have some help text on it that say edit macro for options, like this dynamic to dynamesh macro here. So if we go back to that folder, the ZStartup, macros, and ZUtility folder, and we find that dynamic to dynamesh text file, we can open that up. And this is going to show you the code that this macro consists of. And there are, on some of these, some user changeable options. So you can come through here and change these settings. There's a brief description on what each setting will do, and then you just need to simply save this. And so after that is saved, you can now return back to ZBrush, and then simply go to the macro palette again and click Reload All Macros. And then that's going to take those changes and now reload it. So now when you click on that button again, the changes or options you set in the macro itself are now going to be updated. So that is the quick rundown on how to install the macros into ZBrush here. Now, once these are inside of ZBrush, you can put these into any custom UI and move them around to your liking. So if you don't want them to live in this macro panel here, you can drag them into a pop-up palette or anywhere on your UI here and use them to your liking. So I hope that helps, and happy ZBrushing.